Boom. Greetings, greetings, wonderful people of the earth. Janik, your host. Motivation Academy. Yeah, that's me in flesh. So, today we're going to have another great reasoning, observations. It's all about it. It's why I open my eyes to life to observe, serve, and then deserve. Yeah. So, today we're going to talk about willpower, moving out of darkness, the cage life, if we have time to go through all this. But we have time, but what I signify is I'm not going to be here for 3 hours. So engage, energetic, quality and intensity, the charge life, living your truth, and actualizing your potential. So let's go. So to start, willpower. Willpower is one very, very strong power that we have. The power to willpower is everything, but it's not everything because you need la volonté, c'est correct, but you need action too. It's very good to have willpower up to the roof, but if you don't take any action, you don't push yourself to take action, it always remains just willpower. But willpower combined with action, it's explosive. And daily action. It's not just once in a while, it's daily action. And you have to prove to yourself also that you can get to that state. You know, that feels. When I started making videos here, first, you know, it's very important to set yourself some goals, some standards for your life. And that's what I do for mine. I have some standards, some goals, some habits. You know, that's an habit to come here and speak and liberate my thoughts. But I make sure that I follow that habit. I've stopped for a while. You're going to say, oh, yeah, but it was necessary also just to, sometimes you need to just recalibrate. It's not because I thought that this wasn't the thing for me. I always knew this was the thing for me, but sometimes you just need to recalibrate and reassess, and it's good also. No? So that's why at one point I took a pause, but I don't. Maybe I'll take another pause in the future, but for now, I think I'll be focused here because it's desperate times. Like the way the world is going, I felt I needed to also, you know, it's for my well-being also. I don't come here to attract attention. If it would be the case, I look, there's not a million viewers here or even 200, so but I still have the energy. I'm still energized. I'm still very focused, and that's, I think, is one of the key component to that willpower I was talking about. If you're energized, you're enthusiastic, you know, you it's not because others don't see the work that you do that it's not valuable, because you do it for your own well-being. You know, it's important for me, I told you, to hear my voice. Well, I make sure I'm in action and I hear my own voice, because if not, I'll be just sitting in front of a screen or speakers or hear someone else. You have to hear other beings too, because they will teach you stuff. But very important to hear your own also. Why dim your light and your voice and your? It's gonna take time maybe to find it. Everything takes timing. It took a while for me. The beginning, I was not too sure sometime of what the next step should be. But I always just said to myself, I'll just follow the flow and go with the flow. Anybody here? We are supposed to be live on what's it called? Odyssey. Let me check if I'm live on Odyssey. And starting probably tomorrow, we will be live also on Rumble. So I'll broadcast on the three. Yeah, it's live on Odyssey. Yeah. And the microphone is pretty good. Pretty satisfied with that microphone. Yeah. Okay. So, to get back to our topic of evolution, yeah. Willpower. That's also very important. Willpower if you want to evolve. You know, willpower is if you have the willpower to say no to the nonsense, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to go back on the couch with the remote control? I don't think so. You're going to do things for your being that is supporting that evolution. Whether it's working on your dream, on your biggest goal, on your being, on your something that makes you feel alive and not distracted. This is the goal. And it can be anything. I have my thing to do. It doesn't necessarily signify that it's your thing, but you have surely some ideas in mind. Often we think a lot about what we want to do, what we want to bring forward to life, but there's willpower. There's fire missing to light up that willpower to the fullest. I'm not saying we have no willpower for sure, because if not, we wouldn't go to work every day and earn our bread, or I want to say earn our money. So anyway, so there is a little bit for sure, always a bit of willpower, but I think it could be a lot more. Yeah, for many, for me also, but I don't think we should put stress on our beings with that too. Like I tend to remain calm with this and serene and center and not freak the fuck out because I don't take the super massive action today. I remain in action. To me, that's what I want, and this daily action will bring something else bigger eventually. But I gotta stick to the little stuff first. If you don't master the little stuff first, the small stuff, how do you want to master the big stuff later? So it's very important with that willpower to master the small stuff. Make your bed each and every day. Stuff like that. Master the little things. Clean your house. Make sure that you are also cleaning up yourself day by day. The filth is on the inside. It's not so much on the outside. That's why you can take a million bath. It will not wash the filth inside until you decide to wash that filth. So, yeah. Willpower again to get rid of the filth. And you have to also recognize that it's there. No? If you see yourself as a pristine beauty of earth and there's absolutely no fault, no flaws with you, and what can someone do for you? That's your perception of life. But if your perception has some kind of intuition in it, you will be at one point realizing that exactly there's some things that needs to be changed outside and inside. Yeah. But listen, yesterday I was listening. I got something. I was because I don't watch I watch YouTube. I like watching other YouTubers and hear what they have to say, especially when it's positive. And yesterday I was subscribed to that channel, but I never saw any real video about it. But it's a lady, Yvonne. She has the channel Ascension Wisdom. Naked HD. What is that thing? To come and no, I'll remove that. I don't know. It seems to be an obsession. Come and troll here with your naked HD comment. Anyway, what I was saying, uh, I was talking about not willpower. The anyway, I forgot. My brain does that sometimes. Out of darkness, willpower to move out of darkness, out of the dark age. Yeah, because this is what most. But again, if you don't know what you're experiencing in the moment, how can you tell someone, oh, you're in darkness when they think they're in the batting in the light and everything? So people on perception, that's what I was talking. People only see things from their own perception. So that's why sometimes, like when people seek truth and stuff like that, it has to come out of willpower, your own willpower to seek that stuff. Because I don't think it's the solution to put it in front of beings and shove it down their throat and you're living a lie and this and that. They don't, their level of perception is not expanded enough to even realize that they are into all this lie and living it. And so, yeah, so I was making coffee. Other people, you were watching on YouTube. Yeah. Ah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, Yvonne. Ascension Wisdom. I saw her video yesterday and I was very, like, sometimes I'm very impressed at seeing how people, like, she's talking about the new hurt, uh, moving into a new hurt, a new vibration, and all that stuff. And she's very, very, I like her vibe, honestly. I think I will get in touch with her and bring her on the Truman Show. It's a, but I don't like to say old lady, but she's a lady of a certain age. Is that better? A lady of a certain age, but she's older than me. Obviously, I can see it, but she has a, the age doesn't matter. That's what I said yesterday. Whatever age you are to start your ascension towards wisdom and more centeredness and stuff, doesn't matter. You start it. You know, as long as you have breath going through your nostril, it's never too late to say no to all this nonsense bombarded at you. As long as you have breath. So, yeah, how old? Yeah, you have to be careful. How old is old? I think I don't know. That's a touchy question, but I don't know. I think past 70 or 80, maybe. Maybe after 80 years old, you're considered old. I don't know. It's very. I think old is maybe in the soul only, but our body will decay at one point. Like I not that I feel it fully decaying now. It's not what I'm saying, but at one point we'll get a bit less vitality. Oh yeah, 63. That's young for sure. For sure. I'm not far from that. So yeah, it is young. No, no. I'm talking like a certain age. But again, there you can be very, very young in the heart. Like that's why the appearance on the outside doesn't matter. It's what you have inside. And that lady has great stuff inside. I like her vibe. She's really so I will get in touch with her and I think do a few things with her. She's a very I like her vibe. I like her vibe. She's positive. You know, as long as you don't portray only negative vibes, it's very attracting. Someone that's positive is very attractive. So yeah. Norm is in the house from New York, New York. Large up, Norm. So yeah, as long as it's all about the inside, that's why the outside becomes very irrelevant at one point. You can be 9 years old and have a super vibe inside and vitality that will attract people. No? And young, it's in the heart. Yeah. Mind the body goes through more changes in linear time. That's it. Boom. Yeah. So I think we shouldn't. And also the perception we have about getting older. Often especially like when I was 20 years old, I was thinking of people at 50-year old or even 40, like they were old and they knew a lot of stuff. I was persuaded that the older people knew a lot and they were full of wisdom and stuff. And today I realize we're all such we are all in a baby state until we decide to wake that baby. So whether you're today, that's why I said your perception and perspective of life, perception of others will change as you get older. Definitely. Definitely. Today at 50, I look and I'm in the middle. So I can look up to the ones who are, do we say old? No. The ones who are older, elder, and the younger ones. So you have a good I have a good perspective. I can look on both sides now. So yeah. And I realize that it's not because you are old or older that you know anything or that you have attained wisdom. Or it's very good to know that I started seeking at about 12. Yeah, me, it started about 14, 15, but my light got dim with occupation and children and all that stuff, the Babylonian lifestyle, the Babylonian lifestyle, and I kind of lost touch with my being, literally. Kind of lost touch, and I was too busy working like a dog, and yeah. So yeah, at one point because you're you work hard and then your distraction and all, so you barely have time to think, barely have time to think, and it's by design to keep us busy, busy, busy. So oof, we don't have time to look around or observe or yeah, master our evolution, right? So yeah, so what I was talking about, I kind of forgot. I was talking about age. That's what I was talking about. But that's it. Keep the good vibe flowing. That's what I was talking about. I think something like that. Even though sometimes we think that ascension, exact ascension. What a great word, ascension. Yeah, because we are but this is the thing. I have a perception of this. I have my own vision of this. And even if I like sometimes I don't tell everything I feel the way I feel it, because I know there is some at such that are at a higher level of realization and others are not. So I want to keep a middle ground here to be able to touch all the beings. So if I talk too high of ascension and evolution, and it push away other persons. So that's why I go a lot about making you think of what maybe, because I can say a lot about like the higher and divine and stuff, but often we just go too far with our suggestion. So that's why I always try to keep a middle ground so everyone can catch the vibe. So yeah, so ascension's a great word. That's why we're here for, to ascend. But to ascend where? That's the question. Like if we talk about ascension, okay, where are we ascending? Into more Babylonian realm? Or we are ascending to a higher realm after our death, after we die here in the body? To me, that's the kind of ascension I think we should have in mind. That's what I have in mind. So yeah, ascension to higher realms, if there is. But again, just saying it, I have no proof that there is other realm. It seemed to be, but to some, it would sound completely far fetched to even talk about dimension or realms, or because we live such a cage life with such a cage definition of life, of what it should be, and everything that goes with it, that sometimes even those words won't even cross your mind. Sorry. So yeah. So ascension to me is ascending to higher realm, or You can be ascending also to a higher vibe, but I think ascension and stuff like that is really for my personal opinion for a higher realm. Possibly if you can succeed, putting your soul on fire. If you don't let it get captured, if you don't let it get captured, your soul, you might be able to regain a grip on it and pass the speed of light. Here we go, baby. Woo! To the higher realms. That's possible. Who knows? Maybe there is a like it's life is such a mystery. That's why I don't know why we live in such a defined world. It's such a mystery. It's so mysterious. Life is very, very mysterious for me, and it's why I'm here because every day is a mystery. It's very mystic. But it's because I took out all the definition that was fed to me. They're still in my head, like all the stuff I've been programmed, but I tend to not uh, link to it in my head. It's like put all the information you have received and put it into a drawer inside your brain and do not open that drawer anymore. There's many other drawers you can open to access information. So you have all the answers inside of you. The answers you need on this earth right now are all inside of you. I'm not saying you have all the answers for higher realms and stuff like that. That will come in due time, but you have all the answers within you to create a wonderful life out of this mystery life. But that's it. People like to have stuff defined because we've been trained that way also to have everything defined for us. So we fall in the trap of definition. It's another trap of Babylon. So don't let your world be defined by anybody, by any books, just observe. And once you start to observe more, there's no other possibility than evolution. And if you praise and serve higher and divine on that path, now you're gonna even that you go tell that they have rebel against divine. We have rebel against divine. So you go tell that to muggles, sheeple, call them whatever you want. I'm still in the herd. I'm not. I don't want to separate myself from the herd, but I want to become an immaculate member of the herd of sheep. That's the thing. We should become immaculate member so we can guide the other sheep elsewhere than to the slaughterhouse. Because now all the sheep are going to get killed to the slaughterhouse or going over the cliff and falling down the cliff. So we can be immaculate member of that herd of sheep and lead them to ascension. Exactly. I will never say I'm not a sheep no more. Never. We're all in some way following the system. But I want to become an immaculate member. That's the thing. And that's what I'm working on. Yeah. So, to move out of this cage, we want to be safe and not hurt. And that's why we live such a cage experience life, Lou, and we don't feel that there's something mystic or there's mystery here or so much propaganda bombarded at us that if we don't use again willpower to say no, you will just ingest it and it becomes reality at one point. So, and like I was saying, even talking about iron divine to a bunch of muggles in the world that have rebelled against it and think they are higher than God, what you can do. So it's a personal seeking. When you start seeking truth, the beauty within you, because fact is fact. Like the sun is shining again. Now I heard some stuff that there was gonna be a solar dimming activity, like the proper. And I seen that yesterday on a channel that I follow the guy for gardening, a lot. I took his advice a lot when it came to gardening, and lately I saw him coming out talking about the Freedom Convoy and all that stuff. But yesterday is full of confusion, propagating stuff about NASA. I'm like, really? NASA as a reference for solar activity? Now you go tell all the farmers in the world that they have to modify their practice because we're going to go into a low solar activity. Like the sun is shining, the sun will always shine. What they tell you is a bunch of lies to manipulate you, and you fall for it like sheep. That's why I said use scrutiny, and that's the power we have. That's especially coming here online. You should be very aware of what you're putting online. If that, you're not. You're just energizing the matrix, and more nonsense. You're inflating the nonsense. So I couldn't resist. I went to comment. Complete nonsense. Complete nonsense. That's why we have a responsibility. I think we have a great responsibility coming online like this, but no one really sees that responsibility because they have never took real responsibility for their well-being. And the well-being is big. When I talk about well-being, it's big. It's not just taking care of your body, wash and stuff. And no, it's mentally also taking care of your well-being is physically and mentally. Un esprit sain dans un corps sain. C'est ce qu'ils disent en français. So yeah, so it's very like energy tends to align sometimes for teaching, other times for learning. Exact. Sometimes I'm in learning mode, sometimes I'm in teaching mode. But yeah, I'm very willing to learn and stuff, but if your teaching is based on reality, not fiction, like all this stuff you are spitting out, this doesn't come from you. Like he started putting graphics of NASA about the sun and stuff. Like, what is that? That doesn't come from you. So tell me stuff that comes from your heart. If you feel that in your heart, probably not, because you're just being fed nonsense and you're just spitting it back out and like it's reality. Like total nonsense. But people don't know that they don't know that they don't know, completely lost. And that's why truth is really a personal seeking thing, or reality, or facing fact, because the ego is so big. The ego is protecting that shell that we have put over us. The ego is like a shell. It's like a shielding. It's like a shield that prevents you from evolving. So drop the ego, realize you live your life like a freaking idiot. You have spreading nonsense. You have hurt people with your words and this and that. Realize that. And it's game over for Babylon. You're another one that's moving out the matrix. That's what's going to happen. But it's very important. Honesty with your own being is so important. But try to go tell that to a muggle population that thinks that they are honest in their like the perception. It's all about how you perceive the world and yourself in this world. And that's why I will not ever again tell anything to anyone. Like I should have never told anything to my mother, to my sister. I don't talk to her. I haven't talked to her, I think, for years now. So I'm not interested to they're just at one point. It's just like, why is there such a huge link to family when they're all destroy each other and judge each other and make sure you stay in the herd? Because everyone in my family is in the herd and they follow the herd principles and stuff. Why not follow divine principles? For our life? No. Hey, that's out of question. We are already divine and greater than God in their mind. So, and it's why you will lose your time, your energy, your vibe, just trying to make them see something that you see. So they see it from their own perception, and so that's why when you talk about truth and stuff, it's something that the world wants to see. Yeah, definitely, the world wants to see your truth because we're. And that lady is. That's what I felt from that lady, Yvonne, on the Ascension Wisdom her channel. Ascension Wisdom, and she has such. She's so beautiful. Coming out from inside her being is attracted me to watch her. For I was the only one watching her live yesterday on it. She was live, and there was one watcher. It was me because I was like so drawn to her. I'm like, wow, she's beautiful, and that's what I love to see. You might still be lost in the matrix a bit with all kinds of concepts and stuff that you are not aware of, but if you start showing your beauty, your truth, it will come to you because other beings will be attracted to you with some other teachings, some other vibe. Like now I'm gonna get to Yvonne, I'm gonna reach out to her, and she will even learn even more with that journey probably with me. So yeah, so once you start showing the beauty within, you attract others. You attract other beauty. I don't think I'm ugly. No? I'm not talking about the I'm talking about the inside. No? I think I have a beautiful truth to offer, and to just because I'm myself, I'm just myself here. I'm not pretending to know everything, to be everything that there is to be. I'm on the path. I'm on the path just like all of you here. If not, you wouldn't listen to me. No? And I don't. And I feed a lot on the Ascension Wisdom. Watch her. She's really like seriously. I found her beautiful. Her vibe is so. And she talks about positivity, positive stuff, and she's not bringing concept too much into her speech. Like there's no like the other day, like I told you, I watched that gardener and he starts putting graphic of NASA on the screen. I'm like, seriously? I thought I was gonna watch some kind of crucial information because the title of his video was like the next big thing you need to know. I'm like, okay, the next big thing that's gonna happen. I'm like, okay, that sparked my curiosity. What is it? So I go there and I start seeing NASA stuff. I'm like, come on. I log off the video. Bonsoir, weed time. I light up a big spliff and I said, never mind. So yeah, so sometimes that's why awareness, especially when you go online, when you go speak to the world, me it was a must for me. There was no way I was going in the world, talk to other beings and not knowing reality, what is real, what is not, what is fiction, because reality is stranger than fiction, honestly. To them, fiction is not strange. So that's why realigning your vibe and feeling something that is true and real is much better because that's what you bring after to others. Like I will not. I know that I don't know anything. So do you think I'm gonna come here and tell you stuff about this and that? No, it's about evolution. It's about us. First of all, learning the basic principles of Iron Divine to create that ascension with wisdom because we're all after some kind of wisdom. When you have wisdom, you are wise under the dome. It's being wise. Wisdom has a lot to do with being wise, and someone wise is someone that capable to maybe disfire the bullshit feed to them, or that's how you say it. I think disfire or something. I heard that word. Sometimes I say a word just because I hear it and I think it, but my first language is French, but I'm trying my best here. And I do it in English because I want to practice more and more and more. And maybe one day get rid of my French accent. But I don't think it will be possible. I don't think it's going to be possible. We'll stick to the French accent. Yeah. Because, that's how much we are very, yeah, conditioned or whatever. Because we even take the accent of where we are and stuff. I can't find her. The Ascension Wisdom channel that comes up is a younger woman. And oh no, that's not her. Let me I have her in my subscription. So yesterday, it says I was subscribed to her. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna subscribe," but I was already subscribed. Okay, Ascension Wisdom. Oh, she had great stuff, and I suggest you get in touch with her. Let me check. I'm checking my subscription. I'm gonna punch on top Ascension Wisdom. Ascension Wisdom. Anyway, she's creating a community. Yeah, I ever. Is that it? No, that's a younger woman. You're right. Let me find her. I'll just press Yvonne. Yeah, I got it now. Okay, it's Ascension Wisdom. I'll put the here. Look, I'll put the link in the chat. Give me a second. You know, like she's still maybe a bit like who has the whole thing in their hand after all. But if we're willing to help each other and you know get in touch with each other, here, yeah, keep the accent. Yeah, yeah. If you could post the link, that would. Yeah, I put the link in the. I don't know if you can access that. I never really did that, but the link of the channel is in Yvonne. Yeah, large up Yvonne. Yeah, she has quite a bit of content. Yeah. Oh, I like her vibe. Essentially, Yvonne Theo Bors. I don't know where she's from, but I really like her vibe. I really like her vibe. Yesterday, I was like, wow, that's great. And also for a mature being like this, I'll say mature, not to say old, because what is old after all? Like, I think she's getting younger by creating that ascension. So, yeah, I wouldn't tell her that. She looks so serene and oh, she has a great vibe. I'm looking at her channel now. Yeah, she's speaking. She does things a lot like Mina. She goes and talk about spirituality and motivation and how to get to our best self and how to be your own best friend. The attributes, change your stories, change your life forever. Connect to soul spiritual retreat. Each time you give your personal power away, blah blah blah. How do you learn to trust yourself and feel free? She has great topics. She can help many beings, I'm sure, especially with the experience. Me, when I see someone of this age or whatever, I see experience. I see experience in life, and that is everything. Often it's often about the experience. So yeah, yeah, you got it. Okay, so that's Yvonne. She yeah. Hey, did you link up the live? Yeah, I did it. Let us know if you do. I'll join you there. Yeah, I did, but D Live, if I get it right, it's only for streaming live. I don't think I can upload video. You can only stream live and then it disappear. I think that's what it is. I haven't seen nothing that says, oh, the videos are stored like Odyssey or Rumble or YouTube. I think it's a complete different thing and it's just a live stream. I was able to do it the other day. I was live streaming on the live Odyssey and YouTube because I can choose three. With the package I have on StreamYard, it's already $25 a month. I don't want to have that $100 a month to stream on 8 channels. I don't think it's necessary. But the package that I have give me access to three to broadcast on three channels at the same time. So I did D Live, but I think it disappeared after. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know how it worked, but I think it's only for, and mostly I think gamers use that or something. I don't know. I seen a lot of gaming peeps out there. So, but I might not have got it completely right. So maybe you can bring some light on the topic, Norm. So yeah, but no, that's it. Yeah, just watching your comments. Uh, quality and intensity. Quality and intensity. That's very important. That's why I said the quality of the vibes you put out has to do directly link to what you know and what you don't know. Because I think what we don't know is more important to know than what we think we know. So it's more important to know what you don't know, which is nothing at all, or a little bit on certain, like you might have made studies in biology, science, and that. I'm not saying that everything is wrong and stuff. Like the human body is marvelous if people study that. I don't think there's much lies in there because if you go do an operation after, you'll fuck up everything. So learning about some, and if these people wouldn't be there, the doctors that have studied medicine and stuff, uh, if you have an accident or a tragedy, you will be glad that they're there. I was glad the day I broke my leg that I ended up in the hospital. It's not where I want to be all the time, but because there's a lot of butchery being done there, but some are very aware of what they're doing, and the like doctors are very people that are have a certain level of altruism wants the good of others. It's just they've been programmed, indoctrinated, and they think they're doing good. And there's, you think people would do what they do if they know that what they're doing is completely wrong? No, that's how they can keep doing them. They can keep them doing what they do because they think they're doing good. So that's it. Again, it has to do with perception. What can you say to someone? What, like the other day, I was at my doctor's office for my neck tension because I called him and doctor, what's his name? I don't remember. Anyway, and I called at the clinic and I said, I told him what happened to me and everything. He brought me in, but he was all upset because I didn't get the pick. Like, he was all on shock. And then I tried to tell him why I didn't do it and this and that. And I got completely shut down. Like, I told him that I wasn't, I opened up a bit too much to him. I shouldn't have. I should have just lived the lie during the time I'm there. It would have been a lot better for our relationship because now I think he has a certain opinion on me. So, yeah. There is a way to set up replays, but you might need a certain amount of subs. Yeah, before you can make that. That's it. So it could be a. It's not the same kind of platform, D Live, but what I might do, I might stick to YouTube, Rumble, and Odyssey. That's the three. Tomorrow, I'm gonna buy the set up the package on Rumble to be able to stream live. It's only $10 a month. It's not much. So we'll be able to live stream on Rumble, Odyssey, and YouTube. I think it's a three good platform, and I have the choice of three. So I will take the three major one, which, in my point of view, Rumble is kicking off slowly. People are getting aware now that, especially the ones that wants to ingest real, not real info, not fiction, they go to Rumble, Odyssey, platform that are not censored, or because on every media stuff, social media platform, you'll have nonsense for sure. It's not all based on uh, our super common sense, because for most of us, yeah, Rumble, that's it. So I'll keep Rumble, Odyssey, and YouTube. Truth Social will be out soon too. Ah, yeah, exact. So it's a lot about. I don't know. I lost what I was gonna say. Sometimes I focus too much on the chat and I lose my train of thoughts. But yeah, Hippocratic oath questionable. Ego tends to rule most in the Western eating professor doctors. There are one of few. There are that's it. It's a even for doctors. Like I was talking about my doctor that I should have opened up on my opinion of this world. Because it puts people they think you're completely a lunatic and so yeah so I just prefer now to stay more just come here and that's why it's important also for me to come here and deliver my thoughts and tell you what I think and stuff because outside of here I can't really go in the world and tell them what I think because it will be on the inside forever. So I don't want it to stay on the outside. I have to exteriorize that trauma. So that's why I'm here exteriorizing the trauma and I'll hopefully one day cure myself from that Babylonian trauma because I know I'm under major trauma. Not only trauma from our ancestors that have decimated the tribe and came here and killed everything on the land, that's a major trauma, but also the trauma that I've been lied to all my life and never seen it. So that's very traumatic event. When you realize you've been lied to and you never seen it, you've been sleeping on the switch all your life and like entertaining the house of mirrors and all that stuff and the politics and there's times in my life where I went to vote. Like, what the heck is this voting today? I on five is in the house. Whoa. This is something serious. Godefroy. Yeah. Salut mon chum, ça va? Hi, me too. I walk on eggs when I want to speak. Yeah, no, I don't talk. I suggest personally you keep it. If you want to exteriorize your trauma, find some channel, but not muggles are not the right channel. It's completely sometime it's gonna create you a lot of internal turmoil. If I can use the right word, that's what it did for me. If I would have to go back today, I would not tell nothing to my mother, my father, anyone, my uncle, because at one point, one of my uncle was working for a satellite company all his life. And during, I remember at the beginning, like back in 2014, I think I went for a family supper, nonsense stuff. Today I let go of all of this. And I told him straight in his face that satellite could maybe be fake. So, are they real? Have you ever seen them in the sky and stuff? So he got all upset. I got shut down and ridiculed, and that's what's gonna happen. And this affects your being because you want them to see what is so clear to many, not all, but to many, but they're completely blind to it. So today I would just shut my mouth and come here on YouTube and talk about it because it's so profound. It's so it touches your ego, and your ego is your shield. It's like someone is. It's like they feel attacked. They feel attacked when you want to liberate them from their trauma and their enslavement, but no. Instead, they feel attacked, so they protect themselves. They put even a bigger shield in front, so it's pointless. I'm telling you, it's absolutely pointless to try to make other people see what you see. They only see from their level of perception. And if you want them to see what you see, they have to heighten that level of perception to a point where they will be able to be in touch with reality and not more than fiction. But the Muggle world love fiction. Like, that's what I'm saying. They will protect that fiction. They will do anything to protect the system that is enslaving them because they think it's real. So there's today I know by experience today, and I'm just telling you, if you're new into this, if you just started to realize that all the lies and deception of this world, keep it for you. Do not talk about it to your especially your just keep it inside and wait to see if they maybe shoot them little stuff, see their reaction, but you can tell. And also, it depends what it's all about the money for most. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, it's all about the money. There, that's a bet. I worked very hard in my last 3 years. Now I have a Toyota. I used to, that's good, bro. That's good. That's good. I'm glad to know that. Stay in projects, focus because you're not gonna change the world. Okay, you're not gonna change the world. I won't change the world. The world has to change themselves. The world is the people. The world is not. But the Earthling family has to change. But the world is Babylon, most of it. But yes, stay with projects. Stay busy. Not and now that your mind have expanded and know the principles of this multiverse and you are less in touch with the lies and the fiction and stuff, now it's time to put your focus where it is good for your own being. You have a project like this, that's great. Like we all have. Like yesterday I was doing my gardening stuff, and keep yourself busy and experience stuff like gardening and like you do, recycling metals. That's good for the world. If not, those metal will probably end up in landfills or some places like that. So you're doing something very good for humanity, for sure. Up Godfrey. Yeah, Godfrey. I think it's spelled right. I think so. Make art. That's it. Making art is an art. That's it. And by making art, because there's people making art, but I think at that level, once you have open up your heart, you become an artist. H Become an artist, and that's what I think should be the aim for today. Mostly, what we see is artists. No artists, but there's a difference with artist and artist. I'm putting my French accent in there, but come from the heart. Exactly. And you, Suzanne, I'm sure you're a beautiful artist because you come from the heart. So that creates a total different vibration in the product or in the stuff you do, the painting or whatever it is. Work full time at the hospital in the kitchen. Great, 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 man. Great. Listen, we all have to thrive to survive, but the thrive to survive should be like thrive to survive, SCR, survival. Serve higher in divine vibration. Again, you're not going to serve the divine's not like Santa Claus, the Bonham, and it's a force. I think it's a frequency, it's a vibration, it's a force. It's very intelligent. It's omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. It is everything that you can, even more than you can imagine, because it has created this whole realm and probably many more. So it's look, we should be very humble in the face of higher and divine, but we have no time for that. We're way too busy in our stuff, and so yeah. So that's it for today. I'll be here later on tonight. Most definitely later on tonight. Yeah. I wish you all to have an enlightened day. Yeah. More light, more love, more vibe, more I vibe, and come from the heart. Become an artist. That's it. And that's why you see a lot of artists. That's what I was saying. A lot of artists out there just spit out constant nonsense in their lyrics. It's a verbal diarrhea. When you come from the art, that verbal diarrhea will be gone over time because you really orientated your stuff towards your heart vibration, not your head vibration, which comes with all kinds of nonsense. But if you go into your heart is your home. You know those people that say home because it's your heart. It's your home. It's not your building. So come from the heart. Boom. Good stuff. Our job. Full joy. Full joy your day. Wonderful people. Janik, your host, Motivation Academy. I'm out. Signing out officially. I'll see you later on. Stay up. Large up. See ya.